This bald guy swaggered over to fix the roof. Turns out the chainsaw cut the ladder clean in half. As soon as he got up there, he almost sent his buddy to meet his maker. The mushroom head guy was furious and grabbed the chainsaw out of his hands. Without saying a word, he swung it right at the bald guy. But instead of cracking the bald guy's skull, the chainsaw ended up trashed. The mushroom head guy was completely dumbfounded. Right then, the nun showed up, urging them to hurry up and fix the roof. Mushroom head picked up a giant hammer and swung it at the bald guy. The bald guy dodged, but the nun barely escaped getting clobbered herself. She was mad and marched over to scold them, only to realize the ladder had been sawed in half earlier by the bald guy. Just then, Curly accidentally pulled the safety latch off the big bell, and they watched in shock as the giant hammer slid off. The three peeked down to see the nun lying on the ground, not moving an inch. They were so scared they froze in place, quickly scrambling down to see if she was okay. Just as the nun started waking up, they managed to knock her out again. When Curly turned around, he frowned in terror too, because the bald guy was up top walking around on stilts. They quickly moved the nun to a different spot, but ended up messing with a fire hydrant instead. At that moment, the bald guy fell down and, like clockwork, landed right on top of the nun. They saw that the nun was completely unconscious, picked up a bucket of water to splash on her to wake her up. But what could have been a rescue turned into a lost cause. The nun was beyond saving now. The three put the nun down and decided to go find the director for help. On the way, they ran into another mass ladder, which caused the men to fall straight down and land directly on a group of nuns. The three turned back to look and thought the man was bullying the nuns, so they rushed over and without a word unleashed a storm of blows on the guy. Finally, the nuns arrived and stopped them. Turns out the man was a big boss. The boss was furious and smacked each of them across the face, then gathered everyone to make a big announcement. Due to lack of funding, the orphanage would be forced to close in 30 days. This news freaked everyone out. The boss said that unless they raised $830,000 within 30 days, there was no saving the orphanage this time. The three heard this and immediately decided to go to the city and earn the money. They hopped on their DIY oversized bike, hooked a rope to a passing truck, hoping to hitch a ride, but the rope got tied to the rear wheel instead. And so, with everyone staring in disbelief, the three set off for their wacky city adventure.